Welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Wherever in the world you're joining us from today, welcome to our podcast, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our podcast. Welcome. So good to see all of you guys. We always say that you guys make the program what it is. Citrat Gibson is already on the live on YouTube. Good to see you, Citrat. Good to see all of you beautiful, fantastic folks, wherever you guys are joining us from. Citrat is already lined up and he's ringside, watching for the shots that are coming below the belt. Good to see you, Citret. Good to see all the other folks joining us as well. Folks, we say as you join the podcast, share, share, share. And we want to see those emojis as well. John Abrams, good to see you there. William Kosher, Pinky Richmond, good to see you. Good to see GT Root Gal. GT Root Gal, how you doing? I ain't seen a little while. You're being rude, I ain't seen you. Tamsin McFarlane. How are you, Tamsin? Good to see you. Penelope Hudson and Patricia Kissoon. Olive Phillips. Winston Henry. All the Henrys here. Good to see you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hope the weather is good wherever you're joining us from. Quite a discussion ahead of us. It's Saturday, folks, and we hope the weather is picture perfect where you are. And we know even if the weather is fine, y'all gonna make it fine. That's the kind of people we're dealing with. Even if it is not fine, we know y'all gonna make it fine. Y'all gonna say, weather, get in order. Get in order, weather. We ain't having it. Folks, it is 29 degrees outside. It is 29 degrees outside. Weather.com tells us it feels like 32 degrees. It feels like 32 degrees. And there's a 2% chance it's going to rain. Thank you, Father. 2% chance. So we know basically it's highly improbable with this kind of percentage that it's going to rain. 2% chance, according to weather.com. I love to follow them because they're usually spot on. They're usually spot on. How are you guys doing out there, folks? Have you recovered as yet? Have you guys recovered as yet from yesterday's program? Yesterday's program in the ring from yesterday's podcast. Have you guys recovered? Free Mudwater. That's what I want to say. That's why I want to say free Mudwater. You can't talk in this country anymore. Come on, man. Free Mudwater. Let us drop these trumped up charges. Everything now is cyber crimes, It's cyber crime. Soon as you type something on social media, who's sharing the live stream? Pace and power in 2022. Mudwater, pace and power. Folks, by way of an update, we learned last evening that Mudwater was released on $100,000 bail. Mudwater has his own thing on YouTube, makes his own commentary on social issues, social and political issues. Innocuous for the most part. If you got thin skin, you can be offended. If you have thin skin, you're going to be offended by some of the things Mudwater talks about. But in large measure, if you're out here and you understand what this business is about, right, you're going to move forward. You won't let that hold you back in any way. Lo and behold, we there, drinking we water, minding we own business. When we heard yesterday that Mudwater or one Karen Bruce, who the police and the authorities think is Mudwater, has been arrested. Now, this is madness, folks. This is madness. And, I said it on the program last night. Some folks say that Mudwater is PPP and all kinds of madness because they said during the election, how Mudwater come out for them. Folks, I say to people, I don't care about all of that. If people's fundamental rights and freedoms are being transgressed, are being inhibited, then we will speak out. We will speak out. The same way when our freedoms, rights, and so on are being transgressed, we want people to speak out too. That's why we're saying free Mudwater now. I am not certain who Mudwater political allegiances thereby. But we are saying that we have to live in a country where you can have a synthesis of ideas, where there can be criticisms. Folks, who is we that nobody can criticize we? Who is we? Huh? What kind of world we living in? This is Russia. You know, Freddie Kissoon said in one of his columns, I think this one was dated 24th September. I made a note of it and pull out this quote. He said, if we have governments that cannot be criticized, then freedom and justice die immediately. Immediately, says. Freedom and justice die immediately. And we can extrapolate from that. If we live in a country where people cannot be criticized and caricatured in the way that Mudwater does it, where we going? Y'all understand? Where we going as a country? Right? Where are we going as a country if that is how we're going to operate? So we say for our party, free Mudwater. Right? So we learned, as I said to you, that Mudwater was arrested last evening. Well, rather, put on $100,000 bail. Put on $100,000 bail. And I could tell Mudwater from experience, you got to get about twice that. Because that's the station bail for the court bail. You got to get about twice that. I know what it is to drinking your water, minding your own business, and people think you're offending them and bringing all kind of frivolous charges. I know what it is. I know what it is. So from my experience, I could tell you, Mudwater, you got to get like twice the bail for station bail. For station bail. But we out here and we representing. Right? We hold it up for you, Mudwater. We hold it up for you. We hold it up for you. Today on our program, we are privileged yet again to be joined by Member of Parliament, Jurida Finance. And we're talking about the things from last night, Molly and Marla. Corruption in the PPP. That's the topic, corruption in the PPP. You got to get like the Spanish, you got to roll it off your tongue. Folks, this country is blending very nicely. A lot of foreign languages meeting up in this country. It's the metropolitan. Is the a lot of foreign countries meeting up. Right? You step on Regent Street. You stand up on Regent Street for 2 seconds before they rob you. Right? Remember, it's High Risk Saturday now. You can hear a lot of languages. They're hearing what I think is Spanish. You're hearing a little French. Right? You're hearing a lot of languages there. But it's good. It's good. Right? Them children come out nice, looking real thing and so on now. Mix up and so. They're going to come out looking like Mudwater. But you know, listen to me, folks. Let me tell you all some things before we get into the topics. Some women out here real thirsty, you know. The amount of comments I see about Mudwater, you know, this man is being incarcerated and women talking about the man looks so cute. He's a cute prisoner. You know, Guyanese women are the greatest and most beautiful in the world. They ain't easy. The man is being detained, right? They ain't worrying if this man gonna starve in jail, if you know he's so gonna drop or what. They're talking about he's a good-looking fella. He lips. Ladies in this country, y'all need, you know, if it's the same person, I think I know this man's wife, you know. I think I know this man's wife. She must be making some notes. Y'all ain't easy. Brother going down, but people says a cute president. Oh, folks, happy Saturday. Wherever you're joining us from, happy Saturday. He's a cute prisoner and he got nice lips. Hold it up, Mudwater. Hold it up. Some of we backing you here. We backing you. You don't worry, nothing else. We backing you. Once they move against you wrong, right? Once they move against you wrong, that's it. Whole place gonna lock down. You don't worry. We hold it up for you. We hold it up. Folks, Earphone came out today. Earphone come out today in a, I don't know what is this. It's a fireside chat. It's a round table chat. It's a piano chat. I don't know how they dub this. And this is the signal that these people in trouble, It's a signal. The biggest budget ever. Earphone came out Tuesday, did one of these things. He thought that was it. And when y'all hear these big numbers of $555 billion, y'all would have started doing some backflips. But after y'all start wailing into them and cussing them out, they realize that this budget is a dud. It is dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival. And so he came out today, they push you out. And Earphone, Earphone come out cussing me out. He want to know why we doing backflips and somersaults, because this is the biggest budget ever. It's the aisle budget. And he's trying to persuade us that all these big projects is to your and I benefit. Right? These are the same people who tell me we can't eat the road, we can't eat bridges and all of that on the app, And now that y'all vexed with them and the budget, they threaten. If you hear Earphone, it was the anti-letter writers engagement. I don't know if it's a discussion he had. I don't know if you can't be talking to yourself and it's a discussion. What is it? The address, the sit-down format thingy. Folks, listen to me. Hold up. Folks, whether he's head of state for Timbuktu or is head of state for the cooperative oil producing republic, comport yourself properly. You hear me telling you? Comport you damn self properly. First thing, whoever in charge of Earphone PR, fire them. Fire them. You understand me? Fire them. Earphone cussing out people who he says sitting down in the corporate office. I bring them a guest just now. He says sitting down in the corporate office, and they penning letters. Right? Sitting down in the AC office. That's what he says. Sitting down in the AC office and penning letters. Right? And so on. He said they're out of touch. They are out of touch. That's what the man's saying. They're out of touch. That's what Earphone said, But Earphone sitting down at State House, in the opulence of State House, with a piano. You think that's a regular house, Earphone? I know that's what they're going for with the PR, with a regular boy look. You think the average house in this country got a piano? Huh? And a big wall divided with the finest china at the back? You think the average home got that? Come again. Right? And this little short sleeve blue shirt next to the piano and the china at the back and the little round table in front. Whoever's the PR for Earphone, I fed up with y'all. Right? Earphone is enough to look bad by himself. Y'all don't have to add to it. We ain't got to add to it. Y'all dash you out in a blue shirt. Right? Roll you out. Listen to me. Oh, God. Folks, you can't go wrong in a white shirt and a jacket. You cannot. You could stand up by a barbecue grill with a white shirt, a jacket, and a blue jeans. You can't go wrong. Right? Whoever is roll Earphone out, you are rolling him back. When you are addressing the nation, you are addressing the nation. Earphone has not learned the art of this dress down and sticking it right there. So go up. Jacket, white shirt. Even if you wear jeans, you could pass. But the badness this morning here that y'all hoping with a teacup with the presidential seal and so on, they're making it. And this cuss down, this abuse down of the Guyanese people, folks, yeah, but if y'all want some proper PR out for y'all budget, rolling back Earphone, maybe put out Ashley a little more, or even Papa Jagabat a little more. That might do y'all some better, but this cuss down that Earphone coming to shove down this budget down we throat to tell me that this center part that you're giving we every day, good for we, right? Not even once every 3 months for a little bill you swash. You want to shove this centipede down, we throw it for tea, breakfast, and dinner. Say, it's good for you. It's good for you, right? All these big bridges and gas ashore is good for you. Oh, the road is good for you. You can get to work faster. Who the hell want to go to work for that measly salary that you are paying people in an oil-producing economy? You think I want to hurry to work for that? You think I want to cross over the Harbour Bridge quick for that? It might serve my best interest if the whole damn place block up with cars and I'm going to go and tell them that y'all know the East Bank is full with cars. Because me want to go to work, and at the end of the year, all I get to look forward to you dashing a 7% hamper in me chest. That's what you're working for. So let me pull in our guest, our featured guest today. Who roll out Air Fund, man? That's why I want to know. Who roll out Air Fund? Right? Who roll out Air Fund? Who roll out Air Fund? That's what I want to know. Folks, take a listen to what Air Fund said in this presser. It wasn't a press conference because you need reporters present. Whatever you want to call it, this discussion, this monologue, it's more like a monologue. Take a listen, and we'll offer some comments on the other side. Take a listen.
And whatever we do has to be in context of that global environment. The time will come. This budget creates the environment for it. When the remaining oil blocks will be out there for public tender, let us see those same commentators if they will bring a consortium and put a tender in. It will be open. It will be open. But even then, it would not be good enough. Even then, it will not be good enough. No doubt, this is our greatest opportunity for the transformation of this country. And I want to look at the energy sector. And the energy sector is not only going to be transferred for energy security, but for creating an energy platform that would bring the jobs of the future. Let us understand this. When we speak about Amylus Falls Hydro, the natural gas power plant, the investment in the agricultural sector is about jobs. Ultimately, it is about jobs, the creation of wealth, revenue, and more disposable income for the people of this country. Because when the energy investments are made and the cost of energy come down, the operational costs for manufacturing, industrial development, and agro-processing are key components for our competitiveness. And these costs will come down. Not only will you see a reduction of 50% in your electricity bill, but when the production costs come down for the manufacturing of nails, zinc, ultimately the price of the product will come down. But much more than this, the environment is created to diversify our economy with catalytic investment in manufacturing, agro-processing, and industrial development. That is what energy security brings. That is what competitive energy prices brings. It makes Guyana as a country a more competitive destination for investment in every area. Imagine what our own fertilizer plant will do for the agriculture sector. This is how the budget and the energy sector and the natural gas plant and the hydro is linked to all of us. Just imagine what the fertilizer plant will do for the agricultural sector. Imagine what our own agrochemical plant will do. Imagine what our own LNG plant will do. Imagine what a reduction of 50% in your electricity costs will do for you. Imagine how it will enhance your life, more disposable income. Imagine how many jobs will be created during and after construction of our hydro and natural gas energy facilities. Imagine what our new shorelines will look like. Well, my friends, 2022 brings that imagination Budget 2022 brings that imagination to life. You don't have to imagine it anymore. This budget brings it to life as the seeds are now planted to realize all of this. Not only is the focus on the big transformative facilities, but investments are also made in small hydropower plants and off-grid solar systems. And these are especially earmarked for the hinterland and riverine communities. Imagine 30,000 more households in the hinterland and riverine areas having access to energy, to power, to solar power. Those who are writing from their little cocoon in their AC offices cannot imagine this. But this is how Budget 2022 affect the lives of people directly, affect their life and communities directly. This is how it is linked to the people directly. That is why it's a people-centered budget. This is the power of Budget 2022. This is the power that Budget 2022 gives to the people. This is the energy that Budget 2022 brings to the country and its people. This is how it is linked to you, my brothers and sisters.
Now, folks, I want to welcome Member of Parliament and the Shadow Finance Minister, Treaty of Finance, to the podcast today. Treaty, welcome.
Hi, good day, Sharon. Good day to all your listeners. Thank you for having me once again.
Jurita, why do we want to hear earphone at 7:30 on Saturday morning, busy we don't? That we're backflipping and doing somersaults because of the budget. Why do we want to hear him at 7:30 on a Saturday morning after a hard week walking? Busy we don't. And if 2022 budget is this cure for all and all, what was 2020 and 2021 budget for? Because like we can finally get jobs, we life can finally be made right. What did we need those last two biggest budgets for? Twitter.
Actually, what I've been at pains at telling people since the budget was read in National Assembly that this budget first of all without the oil revenue it's all actually going to be smaller than the amount of money the PP came to Parliament for last year in 2021. They came for 383.1, then they came back with for more money 49.9. So basically last year they came for 433 billion. And when you subtract the oil money from that, it's actually less. It would be smaller. So basically, all their failure throughout 2021 is being projected here. I listened to part of what your finale said this morning. I really didn't have the energy and the temperament to go through the entire 1 hour, I believe. But I'll go listen to it because these things that they say, you have to respond to it. And I think, for the most part, what I can say is that he was trying to convince himself that this this thing was actually, this budget was actually good for people. I think he was trying to shout a bit to even embed that idea in his head that this could work. And basically, it can't work, and everybody knows that it cannot work. There's absolutely nothing in there for poor people. I want to address something though, if I may. The
Go
he
ahead.
keeps speaking about he keeps speaking about disposable income throughout. This is going to be more disposable income. This is going to give more disposable income. No, I don't understand what level of studies they do and where they come up with their terminology and use of
Well,
terminology.
Irfan followed from you at year two, so.
No, but persons anybody would know that disposable income, basically disposable income is the amount of money that you have after after taxes, right? After your taxes have been deducted. So unless your fan had the reduced your taxes and reduce the PAYE and so forth. You can't come speaking about disposable income. You know, he's mixing up terminology. So that's the very first thing that persons need to realize. If he actually wanted to put to give persons more disposable income, they would have announced an increase in wages and salary that would be directly impacting persons' income and giving them more disposable income, right? But he didn't do that. So now he goes with all his talks. And again, I say, if I am at pain and saying, I mention it over and over that again, they go with this talk of, oh, if we do this, then it's going to trickle down to you and you're going to benefit. And if we do that, then it's going to trickle down to you. And their trickle down economics that they're coming with again, they know it's a failure. They know it don't work, but they blatantly come with it because they have absolutely no intention of doing anything that is going to benefit the working class of this country. So they can be upset all they want. I am monitoring the comments that is coming from the PPP friendly media houses, and I can tell you that there I am yet to see persons that are overjoyed for this budget. The budget is being highly criticized from all walks of the country. Every section of the country is coming out and saying this budget does not have anything for the working classes. But basically, everyone is commenting this budget doesn't have anything for me. It doesn't have anything for my family. And
Mm-hmm.
persons are
Mm-hmm.
getting wiser and wiser. This is a technological age. And this is not a time you could just go and force something down people's throat and they believe it because everyone is out there. They're seeing, they're comparing how they are living and their standard of living in their homes as compared to the people that is actually benefiting from the oil resources. They're
Mm-hmm.
seeing those
Mm-hmm.
persons driving around and living a life of luxury, flying all over the world whilst they're at home trying to figure out how much they have to actually cook tea, breakfast, and dinner for their families. A lot of families in Guyana don't know what it's like to have 3 meals per day right now, whilst we have the biggest budget ever as they're touting it. So these are the facts that are coming before persons. The budget have absolutely nothing in it to address poverty and the reduction of poverty in our country altogether. There was absolutely no consideration in it as pertains.
I think I may have lost Richard there. I'm going to try to get her back. But those are the things, and she's talking the things, ain't got nothing for nobody. So he could come out here and try to beat people over the head every day. It'll be the same result. The people are stupid. They listen, they looked at the numbers, and they have assimilated for themselves, reasoned for themselves, thought for themselves. This thing ain't got nothing yet for we. While for other people like Marl and Molly, who thieving out the cash grant money and so on, bullying people for the money and so on, right? It's nice time. But for the rest of us, we catch it with ass. We catch it with tail. It's nice time for some people, folks. And that is what I want to direct your attention while we try to get back Jerija on the line to Mala and Molly, because it is symptomatic, or as Irfan said in the big word, it's catalytic, cataclysmic. Whatever he was trying to say there, it is systematic of what happens with the PPP. We don't forget Sharon Hicks, who is demanding 200,000 a day, a month from one contractor, according to the police sting operation. We don't forget what happened with the Ghana Prison Service, and what happened in the Ghana Fire Service and Ministry of Home Affairs and the corruption there with the high officials. You think we forget that? So, what we told you last night about this um, Molly and Marla Gate, Molly and Marla Gate in Canal Number 2 on the west side. Them bringing bad name to the west side because people usually say the west side is the best side. But when you think about Molly and Marla, you got to reconsider that. These are two scamps over, sir. Thieving out the cash grant money. PPP people thieving out. And they tell we, they say the minister know. The minister know about what they're doing. But then doing nothing. You know why? PPP friends and family. Take a listen. Take a listen to it for yourself. And then we're going to come back on the other side. Take a listen to Marla and Molly and how they're thieving out y'all money. Right? That is why some villages are getting no money. Right? That's why some communities are getting no money. It's them boys. No money. right? People say they get the in communities, farming communities, where they were promised 2 bags of fertilizer, for instance, and then they only get one. The other one gone missing. People get promised lots of other things. They either didn't see it or they see a proportion of it. It's the people money, it's me tax money, it's you tax money, it's Rita tax money, it's all of us. It's we money and we determine how it's spent. So listen to them boys. They come back. They come back. Listen to Marlon, Molly, and the whole set of the Thief Impact. Right? The Thief Impact. And we can have some commentary on the other side. Take a listen, folks. Take a listen to them. Listen to them. All right. Hold a second for us. We want to make sure that we have this for you guys. Hold a second for us. We want to make sure that we have it queued up right. Marlon, Molly do their own story. Doing their own thing. Let me make sure we have it right. I want you to hear me loud and clear. Loud and clear. Marla and Molly are the best. You think these in this place? Y'all think the easy? Well, them and easy. Just want to make sure we have the audio correctly for you guys. Give us a sec. Let me make sure it's queued up. It's one set of corruption. And again, this is symptomatic of the PPP curse. It's in the blood, it's in the DNA. It's pure corruption. Pure corruption. Y'all understand? Pure corruption. Let me see if we have this from the top. We want no problem playing the things. We don't want no trouble at all. Guys, I doubt whether you can hear this. We got in some jiggery pokery happening. You know, they're trying with we, you know. They're trying with we. And we can get the audio. Hold up, hold up, hold up. We ain't rushing it. Let me see if we get it another way. We ain't taking it, sir. We're going to see if we get it another way. We want the audio. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. It's a set of corruption they bring in. A set of corruption they bring in. Did the folks that they can hear? Let me take a look at that. As a set of corruption they bring in. We ain't taking it, sir. The money's for the people. And some people can't siphon it off and think that's it. Y'all better come better, folks. Y'all better come better than that. Come better than that. Let me give you all some of this here.
Girl, one person is get for a house. Each house is get one 50,000 or the 100,000. They now just check. We just check that make sure two person name not there in one house. You understand? If your mind life, if your mind thing or you got farm is one money you get in. So them I tell you that you names supposed to come out and Ducky supposed to get. That's why me tell you that me go still left for me because Auntie Mala going to scratch it and I beg Auntie Mala don't do it because me telling that me and you go do something. You understand? Ducky one at the process. Me went there today. Ducky one get the process. The same thing like we house. One person alone get. If it was two person, the Anthony should have get for the house and me should have get the farm, or Anthony should have get for the farm, me should have get for the house. But a one you get, everybody you get one. You understand? And Auntie Mala, watch talk to them. All two of them in there, and one alone have to get the next one now. People scratch it. That because if they even go your house, they just see two body live there, and one should have get alone. But me beg she, me tell she left a man. Left for me and you go do something. That's why me call and tell you before we start work that nothing stay at home, they come here. You understand? Not two person for the house. But me go tell she that to happen, Auntie Mara happen. Cause she tell me that if you scratch out, me tell she man left for me, you go do something, me you go part it. Because me is there behind them. Me don't get paid for the behind them. But you think me they behind them because one, two people just glad for them get them thing.
Yeah, that's the first check was 50,000. Right? And me get 100. Me have to share back 50.
Because you want to share back anything.
Good. Me say, yeah. I agree to share the 50, right? But I got to come and me get draw the check. I come and Jahur. Or this man,
So
right?
who will tell you that you gotta share your 50?
Molly said I'm first. Take one, ma'am, the gal on ton mala. He get for you. The thing I'm far. Let's contact cry.
So
Come
who go pay the other 50 now? If you gotta get 50, who gotta get the other
Mala
50?
gotta get 50 and Molly gotta get 50. 25, 25.
One time fucking people is
And the name of Carl on this thing, you know.
no, I call.
And Mala running the just oh God.
Are you?
No, he come and lay
Not
here
to hear the
and
man
talk
last
on the
time.
phone. When he was talk on the phone, he make the face fucking sour.
What am I raw people for? What am I take people money for?
Oh, Scott, he say you check, make document na pass, and this and that, and you hear, when Mala hear that, he's content what the Mala say.
No, so she the first lady, she can tell what she want and do what she want.
Good. We don't tell him already. Me say, you know, for this thing, and tell any minister, if you don't know. Right? He said, wait a minute, call me. Why you do that for me? He said, no. I take I say some bad fucking people.
Well, you give 100,000, right?
People, why you share umpire? I got people, I share fucking check. Now, right now, I get me in book for check.
Yeah.
Right? I used to run work for 3 months and never book me.
Okay, yeah.
I got my go school, so I got my go so I got my go right to you.
I'm not
Fuck you,
telling
wrong. I never do nothing to
Plus, I
me.
get more money and vex, I get more money too.
So, are you?
So she come to you house and tell you gotta give it to them
No,
50,000?
they set up on the phone.
Oh, that's not on the phone?
Yeah, then talk. They
Oh,
don't write up and write,
yeah.
then talk. The thing attack Molly, Mala, got to get 25, 25. I got to get 25, 25 because the check was 50,000. And they make I get 100. Me say, but Mala, I ain't a big thing.
How them gonna make you get 100 in minutes and get 100?
Yeah, the man come in and watch me whole place. And he watch, he say, yeah, you go get the check. And he say, you see how the place saturate. How the water been right up to the wall. So,
Good, so now the people can get you how Mal and Molly can give you that.
now they want cut chat money. Me say, thing until I mean, say, some people when me call me and I be done this thing. Me say, no, me can't call it done. I just got people that cunt. The wife say, where you cost somebody, me say, you come out this
You're right,
story.
my friend.
Nobody overdo it now, Uncle Pone. Them overdo
Yeah.
it.
Why them they wrong you for this check? And this check belongs to them.
How they think?
Eh? When they get ampering on their own fucking people.
Exactly.
Yeah, this guy can tell Molly, they give me amper on the icy pass me. Molly never stop me and give me amper.
Yeah, I'll get you for you.
If me them in there, they you know me
No, you
know.
don't get the pass me. He said me on pension, me not supposed to get.
But
But I wait for them this voting fucking time.
Carl meeting.
No, I wait for them this voting time. I want vote for them now. I help them with car now. I do nothing for them. What me buy other fucking vehicle? Me go bring them park in front of the fucking yard. You're grown. Me buy a car, one car me young, 4-wheel drive.
See, I'm still vehicle. You see the vehicle, I pass the vehicle. Say, oh, couple of man, vehicle. You see the right fucking man old. My young man, get that like get little money. What you want to
This
get
is
money
not
for?
fair. What am I doing them
Huh?
to? Them
Yeah.
Mala get fucking cold.
No, me tell him man go the answer Nari over sir. He got the son go to answer the answer. You think you over so doctor
check
over so?
bounce back. Something wrong. And tell me go bring me say here, Johnny, go and move then you go there, you will get it.
You get some.
Yeah, finish. Yeah, Mala.
Them overdo it.
Not wrong word.
Then they get tea finish. That don't go done for them. And them never get people who vote for them now. Everybody
And people say Molly try to instigate Mala in this. That mean Mala na do nothing. Say Mala na do
You
nothing.
want to know who into this one another no more.
No, them say how Mala na do nothing. Now you here na them say Mala na do nothing. Now you tell me Mala and Molly gotta get 25,000.
In name a call, when me gam the phone, put on the phone, in name a call big. So where you go run from that? Where you go run? And the name attack. The phone attack hard. Let some auntie a Cleveland Road got to give back 52.
Them know the able.
Then do the table and cut them pocket area.
Buckatory. Pace and power, Uncle Pone. Pace and power. Buckatory. Pace and power. Uncle Pone for the win. Pace and power. MP Finance. We know the corrupt. The evidence is here now. Pace and power. MP Finance. What do you make of
Um,
this?
Charity, we've been telling persons from the beginning that we have issues with the way in which PPP does things. We don't just assume how they're going to do it. We say blatantly that every single bit of resource that they utilize, every time they spend taxpayers' dollars, because that's what they're spending there, every bit of that money, they do it in such a way to make sure that there's a kickback that somebody is benefiting from. And that's what we hear there. We say it all the time, but it is lovely when you have the evidence to back up what we say, because a lot of times their supporters, their dwindling base, would come and say that, we're just saying this because we're against what they're doing, we're against the party and so forth. But now you have it here for yourselves. We have it from the horse's mouth. The persons are saying that the process is corrupt, the distribution process is corrupt, and we knew this from day one. That's why we objected to it. That's why we questioned it in Parliament, and that's why they had no answers to give us. But they go to the National Assembly, they ask for these monies, and then they go out there and they put it in the hands of their supporters. And basically, what is happening is that the intended recipients, the person that actually need these resources, are not getting it because the PPP have a system set up of kickbacks to make sure it's money for the boys. A small section of it is going to get to some people in need, but the majority of those money goes to the boys with no proper system established as to give any assessment as to who needs how much and so forth. They go out there and they spend and they distribute money in the most corrupt manner ever. And there you have it, persons literally demanding that they get back like 25
Mm-hmm.
twenty-five
Mm-hmm.
thousand dollars on the what on what basis? There is no
Kickbacks.
basis. The basis is this is a corrupt system, and we all acknowledge it, and so that's how they're dealing with it. I think I saw on Facebook once a woman was saying that they came and gave her $100,000, and then they came back the next day to collect back $50,000 from that. There's so many instances, and this system that is being discussed here is the same thing. The same reports we got from the $25,000 COVID distribution. Persons were saying that they're going to certain communities, and they're saying, "Oh, you have to have all these documentations that you own a home," and then they're going to give those communities that they believe is that they don't have a strong base in. They want all these documentations, and they want to say that, oh, it's just $125,000 per household. But then when they get to their communities where they have strong support base, persons are lining up 3, 4 different families from the same lot and
Mm-hmm.
collecting twenty
Yep.
five
Yep.
thousand dollars each. These are not gaff. These are things that we have evidence to back up that this is what is going on in our country right now. They went into office and they decided on these methodologies, and I questioned them in the National Assembly more than once on the distribution mechanism, and they never, ever, ever have a clear answer to give because these are the people that we're dealing with. They don't care. The more corrupt the system, the better it is for them. And I'm not just saying that, it's general. This is just a micro matter, but it is on a large scale. The entire country is seeing the effects of the corruption, and we see it being reflected in the corruption index that put Guyana
Yep.
2 points down.
Indeed. Indeed.
That is what is going on. That is just a manifestation of the leadership of the country. So that is a number on the corruption index. We're worse off 2 points than we were under the Grange-led administration. And these are the things that make us get to that point. Corruption at every level, no clearly defined system, no clear distribution mechanism to make sure equality or equity in any system whatsoever. This is how the PPP operates.
Two things I want to throw in there for your consideration, MP Finance. When this distribution process was going on, for instance, of the COVID cash grant, hundreds, if not thousands, of Guyanese said they saw lots of the green receipts thrown in garbage bins and along the roadways while these guys were sharing out this money. and families kept reporting that they are not receiving the money. So they were signing on behalf of people and pocketing the money. Right? And Mala and Mali went in one of them brigades in Region 3, right? And lots of other places we knew that the people's money were not being given to them. They come, they want to know how much bed in your house, when you pot, how much rooms, if you own the place, making up a whole set of rules to deny you the money. And people say when they left, they ain't got the money. But when they step outside the gate, they see some green receipts, sign off and throw down. Right? And we are yet to get any kind of an audit from the audit office for the COVID cash grant. Some people done build big businesses, big house, driving fancy cars off of the COVID cash grant money. How they thief it out. The Marlon Mullies of this country. You understand me? But they got the Uncle Pones who having it. Who weren't having it. The other thing I want to put out there for your consideration, MP Finance. These guys telling we, catfish, they care about we, they understand the cost of living has gone up. And so they have set aside, according to them and the budget, $5 billion. They said they're now going to communities to find out why the cost of living so high, and they will try to implement programs. So there are no programs that these monies are directly geared to be spent on. It's just monies they're hoping the National Assembly gives them. This is their people in the National Assembly because the opposition ain't gonna sign up for them. Just give them a blank check, $5 billion, and they're gonna now dictate how much money gonna get, how much mala gonna get. Right? Is this not more corruption we looking at? MB Finance?
It's a purely corrupt system altogether, but that is how they operate, and there is no justification at any point in time for them to even come and request that money. The PPP has been doing a whole lot of nonsense, but some things should be unacceptable at every level. But we have a speaker in the National Assembly that is going, when we try to question that, persons are going to see for themselves. We're going to try to question it, and they're going to bring, and the speaker is just going to allow it to go through, because we have never seen any indication that he is going to go through with anything that is just and fair. We may not be even able to ask questions as to why these things have moved from 2020 to now. He's going to say, "Oh, we're not questioning 2020." The
Yep,
most
yep, yep.
ridiculous things we have to put up with in the National Assembly. But that particular amount of money is definitely that is not a budgetary process. That's not how persons governments are supposed to be coming to the National Assembly. But PP does it. And I had made a projection prior to the budget reading that they will come back again, even with this biggest budget ever. They're gonna come back later on again, and they're gonna come with supplementary papers asking for more money, because they need more money for the boys, and then they need to especially now with all the basic cuss out that they're getting on social media. They are going to come back to the National Assembly very soon to get some money to go out there to push in these people's hands to try to shut them up. And they're going to go, and there's going to be a very haphazard way of distributing the money, and it's going to be pure corruption again.
Mm-hmm.
And persons are going to come forward like the recording that you just played, and they're going to speak out again, say this is what has been going out throughout, and it's not going to stop. They do not seem to have a plan, or they do not seem to be interested in having a mechanism that is going to even appear to be not corrupt, something that is even going to appear to be transparent. They're not interested in that. They believe that they are not answerable to the people. But the money which the guy is talking about is not money from this budget. It's not money from the oil resources. It was purely taxpayers' dollar that these individuals like Molly and Mala believe that is their right to pocket off the taxpayers' dollar. And last I checked, Sharon, I pay taxes, you pay taxes, and guess what? It's not okay for Molly and Mal and whoever else to pocket off the money and not give it to the poor people of this country that is punishing every single day. We are not going to just accept these things. And the man was right. The man said that come next election, people is not going to be excited about another election in this country. Let me tell you. They are not excited to bring any election, local government or any other election, because they know what they're doing does not benefit the masses of this country, and they know what is coming to them if they go to the polls anytime soon. So they're going to do everything in their power to make sure they don't do that very soon. Sherrod, what was a brighter note on that little voice? Notice how the guy ended. Man says pure pocketory. It just goes to show the reach of your show and the reach of your audience, the expansion of your listening base. And I must say that at this point in time, even when Ashley Singh was reading the budget with 300 and something persons looking at him, at the end of the budget reading, you had over 5,000 persons coming to listen to you tell them what the budget had in it for them. So they know these things. Social media is pushing in that direction. Technology is causing persons to be more aware of what is going on. And that's why they do everything in their power to silence you and everybody else. And I noted you spoke a little earlier about this guy, Mudwater. Everybody is going to be silenced on the administration, attempt to be silenced, I must say. And once persons keep pushing back, persons would realize the international community is there and is looking on. And there is strength when it comes to the international community, when it comes to media freedom and those things. So we will be continuing what we're saying right now. And we encourage persons to speak out, like the voice note that you received there.
Correct.
Send in those
Correct.
things. Let it
Correct.
let it
Send the
tell the
voice
general
notes. You're
public
in
what is
meeting and they're
going
talking
on.
nonsense.
It
Send,
only
record
affects your
them.
family.
Correct, correct. I think Joan McDonald says it best in her comment on the program. She says that the Molly and Mala Brigade all over the country, the Molly and Mala Brigade all over the country, thieving out people money that's supposed to be for the citizens of this country, thieving it out. The Molly and Mala Brigade all over the country. I think Joan McDonald is absolutely correct. And as we on money, MP Finance, we have the shallow finance minister here. Them boys printing the money now. Them boys printing the money now. So they unleashed the trenchy yesterday. That's when this $2,000 note is being dubbed the trenchy. Oh, guys, these people are easy. They unleashed the trenchy yesterday just because we got our own Granger. They unleashed the trenchy. Right? What are your thoughts, Stuart, as an economist, practicing, trained economist? Folks, listen to me. Hold up. We see certain people and we take them for granted. Let me toot Jurita Horn. And Jurita is an economist by training, did economics at UGE. She didn't start like catfish and fall out and end up at University I flat. She did her bachelor's in economics, and not only that, Jurita went on to do her master's degree in business administration. Right? I still in the program. I fighting for finish. Me bright like she. I fighting for finish. I still in the program. But Rita completed her master's degree. She knows what she's talking about. Here I tell you. She knows she onions. She knows she cabbage and she lettuce and she boranso. She knows she onions. That being said, what does this mean? As them by spend their own money now. What does it mean?
Uh, Thank you, Sharon. But just one minor correction. I did my master's in public administration. I made a decision very early, actually, when I started. As soon as I decided to start off in politics, I made a decision that I'm not just going to enter politics and just go talk politics, but I should also know what I'm talking about. So
Uh-huh.
after I finished my degree in economics, I actually went on to do my master's in public
I
administration.
know
And
the
one of the
master's program
reasons
starts out, everybody starts out doing the same thing. And then a couple courses down, some of your colleagues branch off to do public administration and some do the keep with the business administration. I
yes,
was
and
making
we
a
just
guess. Thanks for the correction. Public administration. Talk to us, Rita.
But when I saw that currency, the 2000 or the specimen being circulated, the first thing person should note is the actual administrative setup of our country. We would know that it is a norm for the finance minister to be signing off on any currency. But it just goes to show how things are being done in this country right now, where we see the vice president actually signing off on the specimen. Persons probably missed it early on last year when when Barjagdio basically gave himself the authority to sign off on currencies. And so basically took that that responsibility from coming on the minister with responsibility for finance, and he wanted to do that himself. So there you had the very first specimen of a currency coming out with his signature on it. But I think some of the more important things for us to note, Sharon, and I think it's very, very serious, that we see a currency, a specimen being circulated in which one Guyana is featured as though one Guyana is a national motto. At no point in time did we as a country adopt one Guyana as a national motto, and it is unacceptable for it to be featured on a currency as though that's our national motto. We have a national motto. It says one people, one people, one nation, one destiny. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with our motto. No point in time should anybody okay with an administration believing that they have the right to come and feature whatever they want and as front and center as though that is the country's motto. What are they going to do next? Are they going to change the national flag? Is this that the word we're looking at? Are they going to remove green and yellow completely from the flag? These are the things that we need to be thinking about when we allow persons to just go ahead and believe that they can put a bunch of words on the currency that is not a representation of our country whatsoever, just so that they can feature a slogan on paper that is not in practice. Basically, we need to be very, very keen on that altogether. We would remember moving forward on that. We would remember that when when um when the PPP came into office, they were talking about the circulation of currency and all of that in our country. But we didn't even see, what did the Bank of Guyana actually release a specimen? I cannot even recall. When we saw it being circulating on social media, I want persons to know that they didn't hear anything from the finance minister. They didn't hear anything from the vice president. That alone speaks volume as to the effect and why they're doing what they're doing right about now. We're going to get back to all of the details of it. I have some information that's actually coming to me, I think at the end of the day or early tomorrow from the Bank of Guyana as to what is going on there directly shared. But persons already know that this is just basic nonsense. They're looking to reach a specific date. We know that February we have matrimony, and they want to come out and say they're doing this. It's basically a some commemoration nonsense. The PPP is a mess. There's no logic to what they're doing right now. There's absolutely no logic to it whatsoever. As far as I see, the vice president just want to sign his name on a currency, if I dare say. That is what
Wow.
is going on there right now. They don't want the currency to go forward like that. They want the vice president name. They want a currency signature bar Jagdeo floating around. That's why it's red. Well, I think Rick Force is not red, it's pink. But the intention of it is to be the not green.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
intention of
Mm-hmm.
it is for it to be red. It's basic nonsense.
Well, I think it has been aptly this 2000 note has been aptly described as the trenchy because it got Papa Jackabat on it. His signature of that and everything. They got everything. Finance minister. A big long title is the minister within the office of the president with responsibility for finance. Ashley Singh. He living upon the money, right? Jagdio shouldn't have nothing to do with finance because he's not been assigned finance portfolio, but he named upon money, right? As somebody says, monopoly money we got in this country. Monopoly money we got in this country. Just as we wrap up, final thoughts. We're going into this process of budget debates and then the scrutiny of the estimates. Your thoughts, Guyanese?
Well, the budget debates begins on Monday, and based on the schedule that I'm looking at, it's just one week altogether for the debates. We're gonna go in there. We're just gonna be speaking the truth.
Even though the
We're gonna
shorten
go
the
in there.
period that we have to do the research and put together your presentation and so on, they've shortened the period and they talk about transparency and good governance and all of that.
Well, the budget debate, for me, I believe the budget debate is that deals more so with the macro issue and the macro level of it altogether. But when we move on the following week to to going through the estimate, that's when we have to go through line by line to see what money, where the money was allocated and why. And I can just let me tell you, Sharon, I can just tell you off the top of my head right now, and I think I should have really I got the estimate before me when I was speaking here, but I would tell persons right now, I can't give you direct numbers, that when you're going through the estimates right now, you would realize that I would say, like, the office of the president and several other agencies, for these are areas in which you see, and the only place that under the PP you're going to see a reduction in the number of persons in contracted employers, right? But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the amount of money increased. The total salaries for contracted employees increased, but there are
Oh,
less people to pay. These are the type of
grassmatics.
things these are the type of things we look for when we're going through these estimates. The persons get a lot boring with it. It's a process of numbers, and not all the time persons are interested in going through the details of the numbers. But I guess that's why we're there. That's what we've been asked to be there to do, and we do it to the best of our ability. And so far, I haven't had um I haven't had any experience from the opposition side of any difficulty in doing this. The difficulty that we encounter, however, is that when we're asking questions, the PPP would stand up and give the most ridiculous of answers, sometimes not answering the question at all. And then when we try to get into more questions, the speaker would say, well, he believes it has been enough. And enough has been said on the matter. So we have a long 2 weeks ahead of us, but I encourage persons to listen to the debates. I know that persons are prepping even as we speak with their speeches to start it off on Monday, and the opposition is going to be basically bringing the truth to the House. That is about what I would like to say on that.
Yep, 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 yep. And folks, it's going to be live. It's going to be live. So ensure that you tune in, and we're going to be on when we can to give you the details as well. It's going to be live on social media. We're going to be carrying the budget debates, and we hope that you tune in and let your comments be made known while we wrestle with Molly and Marla and Uncle Pone. Uncle Pone name calling. Jurita, thanks once more. Jurita Fernandez, as you know, is member of parliament, and our member of parliament with the responsibility for finance that shadows the finance ministry, and we are looking forward to her presentation as well. Is always power packed and very, very thoughtfully laid out and presented. Then everything, folks, the people printing their own money. Aptly dubbed the Trenchy. Folks, thanks for being here today. That's our time. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Below the belt, who facts lose. Right? A good day to everyone, except Molly and Mala. A good day to all, except Molly and Mala. A good day to all, except Molly and Mala. Good afternoon, Elizabeth Norine, Glensis Mingo Byrne, except Molly and Mala. Good afternoon to Amanda Daniels, Candy Naleen Inderjeet, who came late today to class, to the fight. Good afternoon, Wilma Grant. Good afternoon to all, except Molly and Marlo. Auntie Sandra Hanover, I see you there. Good afternoon to you. Chisong Henry, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon as well to Wendy, Denny, and Andrew Cosmota. Good afternoon to all except Molly and Marlo. Folks, why don't you come on board and partner with us so we can pursue the truth wherever it leads? Come on board, guys, and partner with us. Help us to meet our financial obligations for January. We are almost through January. Believe it or not, Monday is February already. And folks, I'll tell you this. We have a morning program coming up in February. A morning program we are starting in February. So look out for that. Folks, come on board and partner with us. Help us to bring you more incisive commentary, to bring you the credible and valid information. Guys, we got several platforms available. We got Cash App. Our handle is the $ in the ring 592. The $ in the ring 592. Come on board and partner with us. Help us to do this more. We are available via PayPal, and we're available via Zelle. Via PayPal, via Zelle. Our email address at both PayPal and Zelle is inthering592 at gmail.com. Inthering592 at gmail.com. We're available via MMG, that's the Guyanese Cash App, quote unquote. The Guyanese money system, money transfer system is MMG. Our number there is 6276963, 6276963, 6276963. And we're available via MoneyGram, available via Western Union as well. Available via MoneyGram and Western Union as well. Guys, you need any guidance on any of these platforms, that very MMG number is our WhatsApp number, 6276963. Send us a message there. We'll be happy to respond and give you some guidance how you can come on board and partner with us. February 2, we're going to be launching our t-shirt line and some other merch in February. We're expanding in February, a morning program, and we're going to be launching our merch, our t-shirts and other merchandise in February as well, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You make the program what it is. Those of you who join us from home here in Guyana and the diaspora around the world, folks, good to see you. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Good to see each and every one of you. Share the program before you go. Give us a share the podcast before you go, and smash that emoji button as well. Good afternoon to all of you, except Molly and Mala. We're going to be back tomorrow, guys. We're going to be back tomorrow, Sunday, same time, same place. Great to have each and every one of you with us. Below the belt, who vex lose. Stay safe, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Take some time for some self-care. Take some time for yourself. Get in touch with that inner being there. Take some time for you guys. Be gentle with yourselves over the weekend. See you guys back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Share the live stream. Smash that emoji button as well. Take care until. We love you guys. Stay safe. We say stay safe.